Hi guys, this is your girl Diva Madonna with a capital D. And today, I'm going to discuss a little bit about something I see on the blog. We have artist and his woman stuck out there in Colombia after giving birth to a premature baby. And I wanted to spread some light on that conversation because I see a lot of information going around. And I feel like I wanted to just chirp in to say what I feel, in my opinion. So, first of all, the baby is born in Colombia, right? Um, and that the father is an American, and that would make the baby, an American citizen. The problem with that is there is speculations when it comes on to being a U.S. citizen. So if you are 5 years, you can show 5 years of living in America, I guess paying taxes and being an American citizen, neutralized citizens are born here, then the baby automatically will get the American citizenship, right? Now, if your baby is born outside of America, you have to go through the embassy and the channels in order for you to get all the right paperwork, whatever you need to transport that baby from wherever the country is back to America. Now, there's also something going around where I saw that the person in question said that people were calling the air ambulance and calling GoFunds and all of that. And I'm going to address that. I cannot believe that story is real. And why I'm saying that is air ambulance is just a title. There's many company that say air ambulance, right? So which air ambulance are these people dealing with for somebody to pick up the phone and call the right one? Now, air ambulance is like taking JetBlue or American Airlines, so nobody cares. And when you call these companies, they're 1-800 numbers, which means that you will never get the same person to talk to, right? So there's no way a malicious person could call your ambulance and say, something they don't like, Diva want to use your shinago chatif. That story cannot be real. With GoFund, in order for you to report a page, you have to have an account. And you have to actually go on the GoFund website through the page that you have, and you have to click report if you think there's fraud or you think somebody's scamming the system. Now, GoFund will never call the person to say, oh, you have people calling me, they're talking about bad about you. Nobody, they're not going to do that. They would not even talk to you. All right. So the GoFund will investigate it. And if there's some, they find fraud, they will report it to the FBI. And that's how that works. So I'm very shocked when I saw the couple saying that people were calling the GoFund or calling the air ambulance. The story don't make sense to me because there's no such air ambulance. There's many companies, and you would have to know which company to call, and no company care. They just care to get the money. Now, another situation is if you're taking air ambulance from Colombia to the US, where if you're going to New York or Jersey, that runs between $55,000, right? And if you're going to Miami, you can pay $45,000. Now, I've worked with air ambulance before, which means that I've done this before, so I kind of know what the fees are, right? And I know people who have taken these kinds of plane, so I kind of know what the fees are. If you're an American and you have health insurance, the health insurance cover the transportation and will cover the hospital care, because the hospital in America will never take a baby or an adult if you are not under some form of insurance. So let me explain this to you. If you are poor and you have Medicaid, they would have to apply it from Colombia or wherever they are to Medicaid in America, and then Medicaid now will be the one who will work through the hospital for that baby to be transported. So air ambulance is just the middleman, right? But in order for them to deliver the package, you would have to have some kind of insurance already established with the hospital. So if you have any kind of insurance, whether it's Medicaid or you are insured on your own, your insurance company would be working with the hospital now to do the transportation of the sick patient or whoever the patient is, the baby, the big person, whoever it is. That's how that works. The hospital will never take an uninsured person. They will not. Okay, it don't work like that. No air ambulance can drop off the baby at the door, or drop off the person at the door, the adult or the man or the child. It don't work like that, people. All right, it has to be delivered with an insurance guarantee. So your life and your insurance, what you have with your health insurance, has to be working. That is why when you also travel, there's something called insurance on your ticket. A lot of people will see it come up when you're buying your JetBlue or you buy American airline ticket, and you don't pay for it. It's $30. It's like 30 to $35, right? And that insurance give you $250,000 worth of coverage, which means if you go to a country, you meet in an accident, anything, and they have to airlift you, that little $35 where you spend for your ticket, people, that would cover your expense of all your medical. And that is why I always tell people, no matter if your ticket or boarding pass and it's cheap, buy insurance when you're traveling outside of where you live. It's very important that you do that, guys. So if this couple had insurance, the insurance company will be working now with the hospital to take care of this bill. All right. And if this couple bought insurance on the while they were traveling, this insurance would be allocated to them where they will be able to provide some kind of transportation for emergency reasons. So I am just here to tell the truth and to give you guys an opening opinion on what the situation is. I don't wish nobody no bad. I wish and pray for the baby and for whatever situation the baby is in. But at the end of the day, I want to be very transparent, right? I want people to understand what's going on. So if this couple is an American and they are in the country for more than 5 years and they can prove that, then the baby will get American citizen. If this couple have health insurance, then they don't need money from you to pay for it, because the money will be covered through the health insurance, which will transport the child through the insurance and also provide that child with care at the hospital, because the baby can't drop off on the road. All right. So I'm just here to tell you the facts of life and how the system works, people. So big up yourself again. This is your girl Diva. And you don't know, you can find me at Glamsons Diva on YouTube, honey. That's the truth.